So I was very close to becoming an angry black man on YouTube. Let me explain as we move forward. Wait. This is supposed to be about moving forward. So we're not going to use the old intro anymore. Cue the new one.
I have a greater mission. As things change, I remain the same. Trying to keep sane. Stuck in the struggle, trying to gain. I have a greater mission. I hope that you listen.
What's going on, everybody? Deacon here, and I, as I mentioned, was very close to becoming an angry black man here on this YouTube platform. Because for many of you all who may or may not know, last year I recorded a video where I said this. The reason why I haven't really been consistent making videos lately, because every time I try to record a video or do a video, just, you know, keep the peace and to keep the positivity up, try to avoid drama. There are particular issues that have been bothering me lately that they always seem to creep to the forefront as I'm recording these videos and the video goes in a completely different direction. And I was this close to get to that point because I know that if I would have went that route and I would have did that type of video, that I would have gotten a lot more attention. It might not all been positive attention, but I would have got more attention. And I decided that that's not necessarily the route that I wanted to go or I wanted to take with this YouTube channel, because I'm thinking to myself, why watch these videos going down that dark rabbit hole, listen to people say negative things here, negative things there, showing things that I don't relate to, and feel like I always got to get the clickety-clacking and telling them how, you know, it's not really that way, you're just being negative, that's just your experience, instead of watching content and creating content that does reflect my reality, that does reflect what I go through. That's not to neglect how people feel and what they go through, but their reality is not my reality, in a sense where I tell people that a saying that I told myself, and that is that my experiences shape how I view the world, but the world is not shaped by my experiences. So why not look for things that relate to my experiences? Now don't get me wrong, I still try to look at YouTube videos and try to gain understanding, but there's some things I'm just not gonna get, and it's okay sometimes to just say, hey, I don't know, I don't understand, and I don't get it. And no matter how much I try, sometimes I'm just not gonna get it, and I need to move along and move into something else. So I figured to stay true and to stay honest to what I want to actually do with my channel, I'm like, let me start making the content I want to make and sticking to the content that I wanted to do when I started making this YouTube channel. Because I made a video where I was just talking completely reckless, and other than that little b-roll that you saw, that video will never see the time of day here on this YouTube channel. Because some of the things I realized that I was even saying in that video, while some people might feel that it's true, I feel like that it was a lot of arrogant things to say. And then it also made me remember and realize that, you know, since tomorrow's not promised and anything can happen to anybody at any time, I'm like, let me back off and calm down a little bit, because what I might be saying today, something might happen to me tomorrow, or even if it doesn't happen, it might put me in a situation where somebody who may have been open to some advice or some words of wisdom that I wanted to give them automatically be closed off. Because, you know, it's different if I say it in a way you can receive it, opposed to just feel like I've just got to go in on everybody and just let loose. Now don't get me wrong, from time to time I make those videos, but those videos are more so for just me to get things off my chest, but still realizing that not everything is meant for everybody to hear at any given time. Like, there's some things that is just best kept to yourself, or to those that, you know, it's better that they can kind of check you or let you know, hey, you know what, that was a little bit too far. You can still say what you need to say, but just find a better way to say it. Now, if I say it in a way that is digestible, but you're just sensitive to whatever the topic or issue may be, that I can't help. But if I say it in a way that's not blatantly derogatory, blatantly demeaning, and, you know, I'm not trying to go in on somebody's neck or somebody's head, then that's completely different. I'll give you one thing that I said in the video that I felt was kind of harsh, and that's when I mentioned in there, and I'll just say it here, I mentioned in there about how, you know, when it comes to relationships and seeing people say these negative things about relationships, and me telling people, well, that's not my experience, they can say, well, hey, you know, so what, you've been in a relationship, you know, been married for almost 17 years, you want a cookie. Well, if we're gonna use that analogy, my wife is a baker. So instead of you giving me your single cookie, how about, you know, we make you 11 and now you have a dozen, because, you know, I have what you want, you don't have what I want. And then right after I said, I was like, that is a very, very arrogant thing to say, because even though some people might say it's true, still you want people who seek those things or desire a relationship understand that, you know, there's a way about going about it, instead of being angry and rapid firing off of everybody or trying to bash people who actually have something good and tell them things like, oh, it's only a matter of time, or wait till you're in that situation. It's like, well, let me just live by example, let you see what it looks like, you know, good, bad, and indifferent, and then you can decide for yourself. If you still hate on authenticity, then there's nothing I can do about that. But at least if you see the real and you see certain things that actually go on, then it gives people a more honest opinion and an honest viewpoint when it comes to whether it's relationships, whether they decide to get married, or whatever the case may be. So, but I've rambled long enough. Try to go back to being consistent, because I got a lot of videos that I want to do, a lot of topics I wanted to talk about. Some of them I can still talk about, even if they happened 2, 3, 4 months ago. I can still talk about it and give my opinion on it. Hold me to that. Try to be consistent. My goal is to at least make a video for the next 4 weeks, with it being at least 2 minutes long, even if I don't do any fancy editing, B-roll cuts, anything like that, just to make sure that I have some sort of consistency. So for those of you all who have been subscribed to my channel for a while, I thank you. I appreciate you. Hold me accountable to this. Even if you gotta leave me a message on a little message board. For those who are new to the channel, welcome. That's all I have for you all. So as always, be wise. And until I see you all next time, have a great day.